in the grid. Y'all know what it is. We're bringing you today a little late mid-season recap. I say this one's more on CP time. We only have a few games left. Sorry, people. My brother's been a little busy. Let's get into this. Let's have a little fun. Right now we're sitting at 5-7. I think we're pretty sorry right now, people. I think I said that last video. That might mean we are we sorry? I'm not sure. The front office isn't even sure. You know, we were in a situation where some teams will tank, but we're not that kind of team. We're not coached by that kind of player. The GM don't play that. Now let's look at this. At 5-7, we're pretty much in the cellar in our division, but not by much. The top team is only 6-5, and I think they've lost this week. That makes them 6-6. That gives us a shot. The Raiders, they're 5-1. That team's alright. Do I think they're better than us? No. Yeah, player, I don't think y'all better than us. Now, let's look at it like this. The Chiefs are right ahead of us as well. I mean, they're 4-7. I think they get their win this week. So that'll tie us. That'll have the Raiders at 6-5-1 if they win. I think they got the Bengals. Can the Bengals do us some justice and get a win? Bring them down to earth at 5-6-1? Hopefully. Let's think about this stuff for a second. Do I really got a shot? It takes a second, really. You got to look at the schedule. If you don't see the schedule, you don't know. Pretty much. My team's been playing real bad on offense all season. We got 7 passing touchdowns. There's dudes who's getting that in 2 games. 7. I mean, Paxton Lynch just came back. He's got most of our touchdowns. He was hurt most of the season. As simple as that. I mean, our quarterback play has been pretty bad. It feels like we got a bunch of Tony Romo's. I'm sorry, I don't want to be a hater. I'm sorry. Because he was a good quarterback. Until it meant something. But still, we feel like we got a couple bums, you know. Tony stopped throwing shots at Dion. You know, it's crazy. We got the 9th worst points per game in the grid. Like I said, we have 7 passing touchdowns. I have 6 defensive touchdowns. 6. Now here's what's even nuttier than that. If Madden didn't have a glitch where they put you in a mode where your guy is on like PCP, or like he just took a hit of cocaine after he got an interception and the screen flips and then flips and then flips again, I probably have about, I'll say 14. I mean, I've had sideline interceptions where no one was in my way. With speedsters. Chris Harris Jr. Nothing in my way. And I'm caught because he turns around, comes back. He turns around again, comes back. I mean, Madden supposedly fixed that glitch. Thank you. I mean, for the people, you should. Now, let's look into this for a second here. I said 9th worst pass. Oh, my gosh. 9th. Whew. We have probably the hardest hitting defense in the grid. And we'll stand on that. Again. Your receiver come across the middle. If we're near, we're hurting him. Your running back's going to fumble at least once. I mean, I think maybe Todd Gurley escaped without getting a fumble. Other than that, most other running backs, they coughed us up 1 or 2. And it doesn't seem like we're getting those, like even in the stats, it doesn't seem like we're getting the credit for all the fumbles. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to start recording every time a guy fumbles against me. Not in any kind of taunting way, but something's up because I can distinctly remember a fumble each game, and I don't have that many statistically. So we're gonna have to investigate. Madden might be dropping the ball again. Man, when it comes to passing and rushing and against us, I say we're decent. I think we're 10th in overall defense. 10th. We've given up less than 2,800 yards on the season. We play some pretty high-powered teams. 7th in pass. I mean, guys can't pass on us, can't run on us. How they beating us? Oh, yeah. Harkens back to we may be sorry. I mean, our defense is good, but our offense may just be sorry. I don't know what to do. I mean, I just played a game against the Raiders where my guy was open in the end zone. I hit his button. There's no one near him. There's no pressure. Passing length throws that out of bounds. Next play, he throws an interception. I don't know why I did it. I should have just ran it. But let's just say I rolled the dice, man. And that might be the difference between me being a good owner at sometimes and me just being a guy who's just used to just rolling the dice. Let's dig into a little bit more. Our last game, let's actually go, because we just talked about the Raiders game, which we lost on a last-second interception. Let's talk about the game after that. We went and completed a sweep against the Chargers, who are number one in our division. Nothing really to report there. 24-17. Nothing offensively to even hang our hats on. Chris Harris had 2 picks. I mean, that's it. Now, last game was interesting. Last game, you go, Jug, what are you talking about, Jug? You can't score. What do you mean? You have 40 points on the board. Paxton Lynch only had 103 yards passing on 13 attempts, 14 attempts. 103. That's the length of the field with a little extra. That's terrible. I want to say I ran for 160, but no, I didn't even have that many. CJ Anderson had 95 yards on 11 attempts, 2 touchdowns. That's efficient. I give him that. Our rookie, I like him. A rookie running back. He brings that ice to the fire, like that, that slash to the, that dash slash, just. Even though he didn't have a lot of yards per carry, he got me a touchdown on 16 yards. I mean, he had like 6 attempts, though. That was a little pedestrian. On defense, we had one of our rookies, Reed. He came with 1.5 sacks, only playing 4 downs, though. I mean, we won the game 40-27. And I had no offense to speak of. Besides the run game, I don't know what to do there. I mean, if you load 8 in the box against the Broncos, you might as well go ahead and say we're going to have 0 to 3 points in the game. We just got to keep you off the board. I shouldn't have told y'all that. Anyway, looking at it like this, we're going to, in closing here, we're going to look at the schedules to end the year for our division, for the AFC West, which last video I said we weren't soft. Our division might be soft. That or we just beat up on each other. Get healthy, Chargers. That's directly to the owner. I don't know what's going on with him. Dude's going through something. Hey, we're strong. Let's go. Squad. But his season is wrapping up like this. He's got the Chiefs this week. He may lose that. I think he loses that, which will put him at 6-6, and put the Chiefs at 5-7. He's got the Patriots I think he may lose that. He's got the Rams. I just played them. They may be ticked. Who knows? That's a pick'em game. He got the Browns. He may win that. He got the Niners. He may win that. If he does those things, I have no shot. I may need him to lose quite a few more games than that. I want to win it outright. I don't want any ties. Now the Raiders. Player partner. That's my guy. I mean, he's a cool dude. Been playing with him for years now. Can't stand our last game though, player. You got us. We want that one back though. He comes down the stretch with the Bengals, the Seahawks, Rams, and Chiefs. That's a hard schedule. Chiefs being a interdivision game, you don't know what's going on. Sorry. Just a game inside our division, you just don't know what's going to happen there. I shouldn't have beat the Chargers. Who knows how this goes? The Bengals, they may do the honors. The Seahawks are always a hard team. That team's loaded from the get-go of Madden. Unless one owner is in there making complete and utter mistakes. We don't know if they've done that, but if they're just making bad mistakes, that's the only chance they got of losing. The Rams, they were 7-4 when we beat them. They weren't that bad. The NFC is pretty tough. Let's get on to the Chiefs. Chiefs got the Chargers. I say they win that. They got the Texans. I say they lose that. They got the Browns. They can win that. And they got me. I got to beat them, man. They're a tough team for me to beat, too. They got that speed. But in the chat, they were talking about the Chiefs not really knowing how to use Tyreek Hill. T. Hill's the man. If he don't know how to use him, good. I'll take it. I want that win. I just know we got to watch out for no one if Hill isn't the man. Who else do they have? Connolly? I mean, what? We got Chris Harris for that. Now, if he has a big game on us after this, I will admit it in our season wrap-up if we don't make the playoffs. I will tell y'all that he ate us up. But I'm calling it now. We're stopping that. Unless it's screenplays, we got them. And even if it is screenplays, we got them. Now, if Tyreek kills us, hey, it's whatever. He learned how to use them. That's what's going to happen. He got the Raiders in the last game of the season. I don't know who I want to win that game. I may want him to win that game, especially if I'm a game ahead of him, obviously. The Raiders with that tie just kind of messes things up. Player, I'm sorry. We're rooting for you to lose. Period. But as it goes, we're a little long into the podcast, people. Let's shout out the Grid admins. Let's shout out the MBL. I messed up on that. I was slipping. Y'all didn't call me out on